rates standing at 81.4%, with Wirral seeing a smaller increase of 23.8%. Equally, goes on to talk about young people being jobs found by young people. I refer to people aged 18 to 24. That's increased nearly 65% nationally, but here in Wirral we've seen 22.3% increase. 2.3 outlined a number of potential reasons why that could be, but whatever it might be, we are outperforming, although unfortunately an increase, we are seeing significantly reduced increases from the rest of the country. We were asked about policy changes and potential impacts on those. We'll just very quickly share without getting too technical, hopefully as well. 3.2. When we have a new deal for young people, which was in existence with the final cessation date in November 2010. When we've moved on to an optional new deal, we no longer count as unemployed, we count as being in an option. So therefore the numbers reduced, although you might still be on one of the options, not in employment, they were no longer counted as unemployed. So therefore, when they then reclaimed again, they didn't count towards a long-term unemployed young person because the reclaim that was actually just introduced. The work programme in 3.4 actually changed that, so if somebody goes in the work programme, you don't stop being unemployed, they continue to be employed. So therefore, what you see, the number of young people aged 18 to 24 that have been unemployed for more than 6 months has increased significantly. It hasn't really, some of that because of the technicality of what people simply take them off and then want to leave them on. There has been some increase, but not all of it is or a significant proportion because of that technicality. 4.1 talks about the scale of youth unemployment problem here in Wirral. It is a problem, it's a challenge. Generally 4.2% of the working age population aged 16 to 64 currently unemployed, which again just to say is now the lowest in the city region and lower than the average in the city region, and that is again a new position for Wirral, because certainly in all my time I've looked at these figures over far too long. There were always 2 local authorities that were lower than Wirral, so again in a better position than we were in comparison to others. Unfortunately, there was 2,575 young people, which is 9.9%, nearly 10% of all 18 to 24-year-olds who are actually unemployed. And obviously, we arrive at the conclusion that nearly 2.5 times more likely to be unemployed if the 18 to 24 young person than we are in the 16 to 24 bracket. Again, 4.2 talks about some of the reductions that we've seen in comparison to other local authorities. 4.3 just moving on to the technical issues that have been raised here before I got my writing to the top recommending or the increase in concern. So what are we doing about some national interventions? Again outlined there in section 5, the work programme wage initiative, the work experience initiatives, sector-based work academies and apprenticeship grants. They are all national interventions that are there for 18 to 24 or young people, because the last one, 5.6, also includes potential needs that are there for 16 to 17-year-olds. City region, well, the city region recognise the scale of this issue, share and set of youth
like to see it even lower still, but, you know, much at the present time, the circumstances we're on, I think we're doing extremely well.
I think it's obviously important from a national point of view, the national intervention due to jobs going to be successful as a global intervention. And it's showing that that's in pipeline across the government. Can you explain why we've done better in the city region than the others? Is it because we've got better interventions, different interventions? How does it differ?
Why we've done better in Wirral than the rest of the city
Yes.
region rather than the city region?
Yes.
If I could answer that, to be honest with you, I'd probably write a book and sell myself out as a consultant. I think the answer is Gene. There are a number of interventions that I think we've introduced. I think we have a more effective partnership as well across Wirral. I think we've been able to, and again, figures have been reported to the last 2 years show that over the last 12 months we've created more new businesses in Wirral than the regional, city region and the national average. I think there's one intervention, Gene, is what I'm saying. I couldn't put my finger on saying that if we put more of that we'll get less, or if we do stop doing that we'll get more.
Just wondered why, as an authority, we're doing better than the other authorities, which is obviously the main motivation.
Could say we're better, but I wouldn't. I do think it's been something that we have given focus on. I mean, this council has got an investment strategy that is about people, places and businesses. It's not just focusing on getting nice new buildings, not only about influencing the city, it's about giving support to people to access those jobs as well. And you know, I will say it's not just about nice, you know, very important over the art to us. It's not about nice high value jobs in science. They're great, we need them. But you know, it's also about, dare I say, sausage factories and stuff like that that people have the skills and abilities to access those employment opportunities. So I think we've got a holistic approach and not just say we want to create more jobs, but how can we support people to get into those jobs.
And your last question, what happened to the construction integrators? Are they still going, or is it just shelved?
It's shelved now, largely because construction going on. So.
Congratulations, anyway.
Denise and then Andy.
Okay. I'm just looking at, you know, we've sort of got a big lottery talent match. Can anybody tap into this funding at all? It's 6.4. It's just because obviously, I mean, a lot of people now, I mean, look at Shaq's Youth Club by us, which are really struggling, and they're starting to train their kids that are going to the youth clubs and stuff, into, like, they have the uniform services everywhere. They do like an MBQ level 2, and now we've got about 18, 19 kids doing like a first aid course with them. I'm just wondering, is there any way that, you know, places like that can tap in? Because I basically said to them, you've got to go right out to your community now, and you need to get these kids in, and you need to do training, not just kids training, but adult training in the day, and do the training for the kids in the night. I mean, is there any way that you can tap into the likes of this funding?
Okay, in response to that then, through you, Chair, they would need to contact Merseyside Expanding Horizons. They are the ones that are developing. We're working with them. We've had some conversations with them about potentially having programs. What are the opportunities for getting some businesses involved? Because it's not working straight away to people, it's about businesses there to give them employment. But they are leading it, they're developing on behalf of the whole city regions. So put the skills board with these, they will be the deliverers we are.
You email us some contact details?
Yeah, all the emails will be my email.
That's brilliant.
Thank you. Well, I concur with what John said. I tried to say at that last meeting, and I was shouted down because I was allowed to speak. I concur with everything you said there. And, you know, we are in a recession at the moment, so I'm not going to go into some answer to why we're there. But the fact is, it is through the investment strategy that this council's got. You asked the question, Gene. It's through the investment strategy you've got. And you and Paula, sitting in the audience there, should pat yourselves on the back head because it's the work that you've carried on over the last few years in the business world that's created this situation we've got. That's why we're better than the other. I know Pat will your team. I think we should congratulate them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You want to just laugh? Tony, and just Pat, if you want to comment at all, 6.1 about the youth unemployment task force.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you want to come in.
The first point is, Kevin, that the whole point to people who can categorise as long-term employed up 6 months to 6 months. So, just picking up on something Gina said before in regards to shooting the jobs from future jobs from what's the best wishes that that's been the shame the shame that doesn't continue. But we have figures here that what actually created 685 for 26 jobs. There's no figures found in the work programs that currently created. Do you have any figures on that? It's not not being released yet.
It has been released. I have some generic figures. I know the figures. I'd searched out what it's able to tell you.
Right, okay.
So I can't. I've had to sign confidentiality agreements with both providers, and they're already taking legal action against somebody who broke that confidentiality.
So,
Do you want to just put that in context? We had this discussion about 18 months ago
Yeah.
in this committee.
You released in October, there's generic ones, so we know how many people have got into jobs across the work program. What I know the individual performance for the various providers and the categories of people that have got into work. And Pat knows as well, so he could deal with it. But Pat and I, there's 3 of us in the world, Pat, I and the person that received the information, we have to sign confidentiality agreement.
in reality, they will be released at some point in time. So I think we should reserve judgment on whether the future jobs from what's the best initiative
I
to
didn't
we
say
actually
it
get
was,
them.
I said it was the most effective.
Anyway, let's stick to asking.
Well, just 1 point then. I know it's not a question directly. It's obviously still the most transparency that we've had since it actually gives you a realistic figure of how many long-term unemployed we've got instead of the manipulating figures to suit, which is obviously what the last one was by resetting your amount of time on job seekers allowance. So I don't think it was quite as effective as first business.
Yeah, can I just say, Chair, I mean, regarding the Youth Unemployment Task Force, I mean, it's got a very ambitious role, which is going to be very hard to achieve, which is to halve youth unemployment in 3 years in the Liverpool City region. But there's a lot of work to be done that they've agreed, the Liverpool City region agreed, can't be done in such a short time. Because as Kevin's mentioned, it's got to be brought back in February to the Unemployment Skills Board. So there's a number of things which can't be completed within that time. But can I just say, I went to a number of meetings. The last one was at the Williamson Job Centre, Williamson Square Job Centre in Liverpool, and it contained a number of businesses from across the city region, young people and ourselves, obviously, as Kevin has said, who were leading on it. And the young people were really enthusiastic, and they came individually from across the city region. Some of them had to get the bus and the train to get there from, I'm talking about Runcorn, it's a long way, and to be with a number of people, particularly the professionals who were there around the table, was quite intimidating for them, I can tell you. And they were absolutely brilliant and spoke passionately about what they believed in. And the businesses from across the city region as well were working with them. Well, it is very challenging to achieve what I've just said, which is to have long-term youth unemployment in the city region over a 3-year period. But certainly, a number of the things which we're talking about, which can you just mention briefly, if you don't mind, which is the following: to review how young people receive careers advice and ensure they make informed choices, to understand the particular issues faced by young people in seeking and accessing sustainable work, to understand the scale of youth unemployment in the Liverpool City region, to consider the support available for businesses and taking on young people, to consider the roles of schools, colleges and learning providers in meeting the skills needs of businesses, and finally, to consider the role that transport plays in supporting young people into work and getting there. It's quite challenging, to say the least, and within the short time that we've had to do it, it's going to be very hard to achieve. But certainly, the Liverpool City region, but skills board at that level have said that further work that needs to be done, will be done, should be done. And I think we should be proud of the role we're playing within that. And certainly, political parties, can I say, I'm not mentioning any political party, but political parties are looking at taking on board as part of their policy at a national level, you know, which I think is also very, very encouraging.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. I think it was Councillor Whittingham that asked for this report, so I'm not sure whether they'll be satisfied or not. He's not here. Are there any recommendations other than to note this report? I wasn't really sure of the purpose of the report coming forward, so are we aware of any recommendations on the back of this, or are we just going to note the report?
I think never before, but I'd like to see things, you know, to the expanding horizons question, not for in the next few weeks, but, you know, certainly in the next few months.
So basically, amenders wanting to track with the trend.
I'd like to see that.
Okay, so what are we content for? A report in 12 months' time? So, yeah, I mean, you need to leave it. I mean, what kind of time period do you need to make sure that
I would suggest certainly it needs to be a minimum of 6 months, so that we can see cover the courses. Cover the courses. We're not going to go back 6 months.
we're happy to have a report back in 6 months? Okay, that's going forward. Okay, thank you. Moving on to the next agenda item, which is Town Centre Update, page 35 and 46.
Chair, I'm really pleased that my colleague John Entwistle will be doing a lot of the work on this here as well. Sorry, John, if you should have asked the chair to do this one for the record. My fault. My fault. Sorry. So I say my colleague was again. We were asked to bring a report to the committee on where we're up to in town centres and general issues, particularly around empty shops. Just to sort of bit of background here. Again, you can hardly see any newspaper or TV or newspaper now without seeing a number of retail store closed and a number of insect sort of households have to deal with empty shops in retail centres. It's absolutely it's certainly not a world problem, Chair. It's certainly not a Minister problem, nor think it's a national problem. Driven largely, I have to say, by shopping trends. Internet sales are shooting through the roof. And although we get many objections and understandably so to supermarkets, wanting their views, the way we shop is different. Unfortunately, many of our areas in which we live were designed in the 50s and 60s where shopping was different. So we were neighbourhoods of the bar, the Hamilton and stuff like that. And they're the areas that are largely sort of this council and this committee in particular has expressed the desire to see what we can do for it. So again, 2.2 town teams. John was working very hard with retailers and residents and partners to try and develop a town team concept here in Wirral. We had a number of bids from areas for Porter's pilots, funding, none of them successful. However, the government did make available £10,000 to any of those areas who wish to apply for it with support of the local MP. I'm pleased to say local MP supported everyone that actually applied, and all but one of the bids for Porter's pilots also bid to get terms of diversification, entity, transport, accessibility, placemaking, events, marketing. I have to say to you, without coming to any final conclusions, quite frankly, in many of them, if not all of them, there are no supply shops compared to what we need for the and we need to look at how we do our own supply shop and the policies we have, whether or not those policies are integrated to the residential level. So that's some of the work that John and his team are doing in terms of design and usage. And so the first six will come forward and we plan to bring them forward quite soon, and then once we've done those six, we'll work on those six with the cabinets, agreements or approval on those next six will be in cabinets, hopefully in April. So there's a lot of work on, there is a massive one. As said, news every day makes it worse in terms of retail and clothing on the high street. We're doing what we can, we continue to do what we can, but I think what we probably need to start looking at is a better managed decline of some of our retail centres. That's answering questions.
John, apologies to say you're in the audience, otherwise we'd have shifted things around. I mean, do you want to come forward? Anything you want to comment on?
I think Kevin.
Do you want to come forward with the mic and then around the table?
It's really Kevin's covered the issues in detail. We have a few PowerPoint slides and members are interested in showing some sort of mock-ups of what the toolkit will look like if members want to see those. I can put those up on the screen.
While I've been prepared, have members got any questions? I mean, basically this came out because of the Wirral tour that we did. Members were just shocked by, you know, when you actually look at some of the shopping centres and you know, how they're affected. When you're looking for that kind of thing, it's quite a shock to a lot of us. Hence this has come forward. So any questions while to get set up, or are we ready? We're ready to take questions.
Through you, Chair.